I've always been interested in government. I served for 6 years on the McAllister City Council, and prior to that, I was a political science adjunct instructor for Eastern Oklahoma State College for many years. And in one class one night, I told the class, I said, everybody can be involved. I said, whether you're stuffing the envelopes for a campaign, donating to a campaign, everyone can be involved. And after the class, a student came up and said, well, Mr. Condit, how are you involved? And I kind of went, oh, I guess I need to get involved. And so I decided to run for city council. The support of my mother-in-law, she said, Donnie, you can't ever beat the incumbent. But I did. And then after that, serving 6 years on that. And it's just the timing, because 30 years in education, I could retire from education. My kids were gone from home. I would never do this with my children at home, because it just takes too much time away from you. And because of that, I thought, well, if I'm going to do it, and the incumbent that was in the office had decided to run for another office, and it made it an open seat. I love it because there are so many times it's not necessarily passing laws or possibly getting bills killed in committee or killed on the House floor. It's the helping of the constituents. Just as an example, there was a lady that approached me a couple of weeks ago from Holdenville, which is really Horntown, which is in Hughes County. She was upset because ODOT was going to build a big yard right in the middle of her property. And so we contacted ODOT, and through kind of negotiations and things, they have agreed now not to build it there. They're going to build on their original place or something like that. And it's just assisting constituents. I had a nurse when I first got elected. I had 2 nurses that do not even know each other that called me, and they were having problems getting recertified as a nurse, their paperwork done and everything. And by just being able to make some phone calls, they were able to work it out. And so I think just helping the constituents. I couldn't ask for a more supportive wife. The extended family, I have 3 children. It makes it fortunate for me. My oldest daughter is an MD at the OU Children's Hospital. My youngest daughter's in her 2nd year of occupational therapy school at the OU Health Sciences Center. And so they're close by. My son, the middle child, works for Chesapeake full-time, which is just a couple of miles from here. Then his love is his part-time job with the Thunder, and he works for them. And so having the opportunity to be up here and be with them. And then my oldest daughter, the doctor, has 3 children. They were very much in support. They came down in the election in 2010, knocked doors for me, and they did a lot of my social media for me on Facebook and stuff like that, encouraging people to get out and vote. Conflict I have is I'm a public school educator through and through, but yet I do believe in parental choice. And sometimes I butt heads with my other public school educators because they don't necessarily see that. And I think that any parent should be given the choice as to how they want to educate their child. And the most important ingredient in that, no matter whether they're doing private school, public school, home school, charter school, or whatever, the most important ingredient is the parent. That child will succeed wherever they are if the parent is involved and is active in their child's education.